Basically, listening to me, like if we met versus and Gary Vee, it's kind of it's the same thing. It's the same kind of the same thing. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. Emptying out a house with some material in it, being withdrawn off the market, and didn't sell it. Under contract fell through. You had, you know, probably 5 or 6 offers that we had submitted over the last 5 months or so on it. Worked with sellers on price reduction, and I think in real estate there's so much about time and price, like the two biggest elements in selling a property, time and price. And sometimes even in this market, as the market's moving up, it's still not quite to where some sellers want to be yet, so it takes more time, and unfortunately patience it's hard for all of us, I think. So we try to guide our clients as best as possible, and sometimes, you know, perceptions win out, and unfortunately, then you have the other side where you have buyer perceptions, and a lot of the offers were kind of in this range. Seller wants to be in this range. It never feels good to have to move on from a property, or sellers want to try something different. It's kind of ironic. I was talking about failing in the list, like, because I never really chalk anything up to failing. Like, I think they're like in that situation, I don't think the realtor fails. I think there's a gap between the seller's reality and the market or buyer's reality of price point. So it's not really a fail as a real estate agent. That's just, it is what it is. You have to serve your client best you know how, even if you know you don't agree. But I just wrote a blog, ironically today, about winning. Dichotomy, man. It's awesome. Ouch. You can go look at that blog post. So.
Go look at the blog post?
Yeah, because it actually. You
write a blog?
Every week. I don't want to spoil it for you because I know you're going to go run and read it. At discoverequalrealty.com. Got a company meeting this morning. I got a lot to do to get there. We don't have a guest speaker per se or anything like that. I just want to touch base, make sure I get an update out, like I said, before summer really hits. So that's kind of what the rest of the year looks like. Plenty to participate in, plenty to keep going. Sales are on track, events are on track. We're still growing the brand. I get so much from brand marketing for the company through different social media platforms that I'm on, and it's been a really cool year to see that start to blossom a lot more and more. This right here is going to become less and less strange in our area. In fact, I'm going to events and seeing more and more people with cameras on them and watching them create vlog shows and other real estate agents and other brokers and create episodes. And so it's really cool to see that. That just means that I got to ramp my game up, and I'll start going more and more with that. Do we have a theme for the episode itself?
All I filmed so far was yesterday.
Failure. Well, failure, I had to move this appointment because this was supposed to happen yesterday, and I moved it to today with a company meeting that I kept forgetting about because it's holiday week, and then this appointment, and then I have an appointment afterwards. It's been a crazy week, and I think the mood is indicative of the weather. It just really has been kind of like trying to get yourself pumped up and have stuff happen, and then bad things just happen. Sometimes bad things happen. You just gotta keep pushing through. I think that's the moral of the story. for this week is I've had a lot of crappy things that have happened this week, and gotta keep going. Gotta keep going in the midst of it. I'm trying to show another one of my agent's listings, but gotta go to Ocean Lakes. Can't come. There's no room in the car. And if I take my car in there, then I gotta pay $8 to be able to get into it. So kind of a weird place to have listings. But one of my agents in-house, James, has this listing, so I'm gonna show this potential buyer it, because she has bought a couple houses in here. But it'll be the first time I've met her, so that'll be fun. All the way down here in Surfside, I don't do this often. I'm very familiar with like this spot though. I've been down this 544, this side of the beach area. Like I said, I got friends that own property in here, but I don't get to come down to this neck of the woods too much. So yeah. So I guess you can go edit. Sit here by myself, by the Walgreens. Interesting tidbit fact, my very first job ever at 16 years old was at a Walgreens. More interesting, in the book Good to Great, Walgreens is one of the case studies, which I thought was kind of neat, because it was my first job. Hated it. Hate being a stock boy, retail.
More failure.
No fun. More failure. People running late. My access in running late, and I think the other people are kind of waiting on us. So, but they're his friends. I don't have their direct contact. All right, have fun.
Brought to you by AC.
Yeah, because it says 82, but I think with the humidity it's probably like 90. How about that hour and 10-minute phone call meeting for Sound Up?
I heard it. Was it good?
One. I just heard the keynote speech from VoiceCon, where our Snapchat filter was used by Gary Vee, and like we've been running some ads and getting a lot of click in that New York area. Got me super pumped.
That's exciting. Was it just Adam, or was it Adam and Sean?
No, Sean's MIA. I text Sean to call me or contact me, and have not heard back from him. He is probably on like Space Mountain. You can probably what we'll do, go on Facebook or his Instagram, and right here we're gonna insert some pictures of him at like Splash Mountain and Space Mountain and with Mickey Mouse.
Has it been a week? See, Sean goes out of town and like our whole world just falls apart.
'Cause we're gonna be legends, gonna get their attention.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
If you're gonna be sending applications through a job posting on Facebook, please just realize that your application links back to your profile. Like, hey, can I make my J. Rubin shot my profile pic? It's Sean McKenna. We'll ignore him for a second. Even though I tried to call him twice on the way down here.
See, Sean goes out of town and like our whole world just falls apart.
That's bullshit if I've ever heard in my life. When Sean's here, I don't get anything done. But now I'm like finished. I'm like creating work and creating new things. So thank you, Sean, for going out of town.